right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Stepping up safety.
Grand for the 4 here in the row was the most dangerous corridor street for St. Louis.
The improvements you'll start to see along the busy stretch of road and a timeline for construction. An award-winning St. Louis chef closing his Grand Center restaurant for good.
This is where it's gone beyond political games and political fights to just hate politics.
Why he blames anti-LGBTQ+ moves from state politicians as a deciding factor in shutting down. Hail and heat move through our area. Now, when you can expect widespread rain.
If you haven't seen much rain this evening, another round of rain and thunder is on the way before daybreak. We're timing out when and where the heaviest rain will be.
Those stories in just a moment, but first we begin with breaking news. Within just the past 2 hours, police found a man and woman shot to death inside of a car. This happened on Roderick Drive in Glasgow Village in North County. Right now, police are looking for a shooter and a motive. Call Crime Stoppers at 1-866-371-TIPS if you have any information. We want to thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Brent Solomon. Mike Bush and Kelly Jackson have the night off. Tonight, scattered storms are making their way through our area and hopefully bringing some relief from the heat. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. Scott, you're closely tracking that rain.
We are tracking it away from us with this particular round that's now moving away from St. Louis. Still a few raindrops around the metro area, but most of the stronger storms off to the south and southeast of St. Louis. And we really haven't had severe weather in our area tonight. There have been a few warnings, but just that hail staying below severe criteria and the winds as well. Right now, still some drenching rain down 55 into Perryville and down towards Chester. Metro area, we're starting to see those raindrops let up here as you get into West St. Louis County, Northwest St. Louis County, back into St. Charles County. But boy, some of us ended up with 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. That was in a band down 55 through Jefferson County and then out along the Missouri River out towards Washington, also west of Bowling Green. But this area south of St. Louis, Festus, you needed the rain, you got it. Olympian Village getting close to 2 to 3 inches as well. Our attention now turns here to northern portions of Missouri, southern portions of Iowa. We will watch what this complex of thunderstorms does over the next couple of hours and how it evolves. Eventually, it looks like it settles towards St. Louis just in time for the morning rush hour, at least for some of us. We'll see in a few minutes. Brent will time it out.
All right, Scott, now check this out. This was just hours ago. Hail moving through parts of the area. This is video from a viewer in Creve Coeur. You can see small hail pelting the backyard there. That was earlier this evening. And now take a look at this. Mother Nature is to blame for this tree branch snapping. Again, this was in Creve Coeur along Olive and Fifi Road. Lightning was also seen in that area. From hail to heat. Today we reached a record-breaking high, leaving so many of you desperately trying to cool down. That's why a special team with the Urban League is now getting to work. New tonight, 5 on your side's Robert Townsend shows us how that group is helping people get through the extreme heat.
On a hot, record-setting 103-degree summer day, Rashonda Johnson and her St. Louis Urban League team filled several big coolers with lots of ice and bottles of water. They then loaded up their van for a much-needed mission.
It can be an all-day event.
They are with the organization's Urban Mobile Hydration Station. When the temperature hit triple digits Tuesday afternoon, they hit the streets in North St. Louis.
It's very vital for people.
They passed out free bottles of cold water to baking bicyclists.
Need some water, brother?
Sweat-wiping walkers, overheated homeless folks.
We're going to give y'all tools so you make sure you can stay hydrated.
And other people trying to beat the potentially dangerous heat.
Some people are out here homeless, don't have a cool spot to go to.
So it's a very important program.
A program the Urban League has made a top priority for the past 2 summers. Currently, 22 paid workers are pulling it off.
Now we see the need to scale it up.
They want to hire more so they can keep more people hydrated and safe during the summer.
We're looking at St. Louis City, St. Louis County, East St. Louis, because the heat hits everyone the same.
These guys will also pull up here at gas stations, all in the name of keeping lots of people cool. A grateful Deborah Evans was glad to receive 4 bottles of water while standing outside in the sweltering heat.
They come to us, and especially seniors that don't have cars, it's a blessing.
A community project that's putting smiles on faces and making a difference. Robert Townsend.
Yeah, I need it. You welcome.
5 on your side.
Neighbors helping neighbors. If you'd like to join that mission or maybe just donate bottled water, go to KSDK.com and look for this story under the As Seen on TV section. For a list of cooling centers and other heat relief tips, text the word HEAT to the number on your screen, 414-425-5355. Well, major road improvements are on the way to Grand Boulevard in St. Louis. Just hours ago, leaders held the first of 2 public meetings to hear from you about making our streets safer. 5 on your side's Laura Bachesky is now back from that meeting. Laura, you know, traffic concerns are really no secret. What are you learning about this project?
Well, Brett, the city is going to be doing about $10 million worth of improvements on Grand. It's one of the longest corridors in the city, and they're hoping a combination of things will make it safer.
Grand, for the 4th year in the row, was the most dangerous corridor street for St. Louis.
Grand Boulevard has 3 intersections on the list of top 10 crash locations in the city of St. Louis: Grand and Forest Park Parkway, Grand and Gravois, and North Grand and MLK, making safety improvements essential from Holly Hills Avenue all the way down to Hall Street.
A big theme throughout the whole plan is traffic calming. You do that through different features in the roadway. In some cases, what we call road diets, where we're going from 4 lanes to 3 lanes, which is a safer cross section.
That's exactly what they'll be doing at Grand and MLK.
There's also a whole variety of improved pavement markings, and we also have to remember that just north of that section is the Brickline Greenway project, and so when that is constructed, it should have really dramatic traffic calming effects.
CEO of TrailNet Cindy Mentz says right now on Grand there are a lot of issues: speeding, running red lights, and stop signs, to name a few.
When a roadway becomes wide and straight, it reads like a highway. So people just stop paying attention and they start driving more quickly.
In addition to road diets, they'll also be putting in bike lanes between the sidewalks and parked cars and improving crosswalks with things like bump outs so pedestrians spend less time in the middle of the street. But Mentz says there's even more that can be done.
Optimizing the signals so that people aren't turning right into pedestrians or cyclists. And so some of that timing and that fine tuning will be important, as well as some signage.
We could see this construction begin as soon as 2025, but first they want to hear from you. The next meeting is this Thursday from 4 to 8 at St. Mary's High School. If you can't make that, you can submit comments online. We have a link on KSDK.com for you.
All right, Laura, thank you. Earlier this evening, a community meeting about radiation concerns in North County. Dozens of people attended that meeting hosted by the EPA. They wanted to learn the next steps in the cleanup process. The federal agency recommends a quarterly meeting to answer questions and to keep you informed about what's happening. They're also looking to get information out by going door to door. EPA officials found many neighbors don't trust the agency due to a lack of information sharing and a lack of clarity about the cleanup process. Developing tonight, a shootout in Floissant damaging homes and cars. Here are some photos from Hummingbird Drive, that's near Lindbergh, earlier today. Police tell us 2 people shot at each other around 12:30 in the afternoon. No one was hurt. Floissant police now investigating. Tonight, those who made the money decisions to attempt to keep the Rams in St. Louis are now being audited. Missouri State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick announced today that his office is looking into the St. Louis Regional Convention and Sports Authority, also known as RSA. It spent more than $16 million towards the dome while trying to keep the Rams here. Fitzpatrick will also audit how the $519 million in settlement money have been managed and allocated. Well, new at 10, we're hearing from a local beloved chef who just made the tough decision to close his Grand Center restaurant. Bull Rush STL opened about 5 years ago and even won national recognition. But the owner says he's closing his doors in part because of anti-gay measures that he feels are gaining momentum across the state.
Over the years, fans have raved over Bull Rush STL.
Bulrush never disappoints, one restaurant goer posted on Facebook.
What we do is contemporary interpretation of historic Ozark food.
Just this month, the celebrity chef owner was named a finalist in the highly coveted James Beard Awards.
But I can't keep doing it.
Rob Connolly says it was a tough decision, not because of a lack of business, but over what he calls anti-LGBTQ measures coming from the state. Connolly is a gay man.
So I need to run a business where I feel like the contributions I'm making to the community are valued and the money that I'm generating for the state are being well utilized instead of being used to attack me and people like my community.
We spoke about his concerns.
The work of the Attorney General to get the medical records of trans patients from their doctors. What's the slippery slope? So now can they take medical records of people with HIV, or what about if they want people with autism? This is where it's gone beyond political games and political fights to just hate politics. It would be easy to just ignore that's happening and hope that the next election change happens. But this is no longer a blip. This is a trend. And that's the difference.
Fans gathered Sunday for a final meal at the Grand Center restaurant before Bulrush closed for good.
But I'm still going to be cooking somehow. Even now that we're closed, I still need to make good food because that's what brings me the most passion.
Attorney General Andrew Bailey sued WashU for not providing medical records he requested in his investigation into pediatric transgender clinics. WashU claimed the request was illegal. A judge heard that case last week and has not ruled yet. It's a family affair. The father-son duo aiming to lift the gold medal in Paris. Get ready for the biggest sale of the summer when you can take advantage of Amazon Prime Day.
Some of us saw more than 2 inches of rain this evening. Most of us, though, did not. We're still hoping for rain, and we're timing out the next round of rain from this batch of storms in Iowa, and if it impacts your Wednesday morning commute.